There we go. All right. Ah. Let's go here. Teddy Inc. Hey, what's going on, Teddy Inc.? Long time no hear. Where have you been? Welcome to the Dark Forest, Leslie Johnson. What's up? It's been a while since I've done a live stream. Had some personal things happen to me. Yeah, it's a kind of a sore subject, but we had to drive down to Florida to attend a funeral for my stepdad. So it was a rough time. My stepdad and me, we were good buddies, and he got sick. So and then he was in the hospital for almost 2 months, and yeah, things were looking good for a while, and then he was just like a roller coaster, and just yeah, so it was a rough time. Chris Lemon, am I late? No, we just started like 2 minutes ago. You're right on cue. So yeah, I've we had a death in the family, so it was a personal thing. I was still trying to keep productive with my day job, still recording, editing, and uploading content for you guys on a daily basis. Trying to just kind of keep my mind off things, keep my mind busy, occupied, kind of in a, depression mode, Yeah, thanks, Teddy. I appreciate that. So it was rough, the whole situation was rough. Bawled my eyes out several times. He was just loss is just really hard to deal with. Detective George, hey, welcome to the Dark Forest. How you doing? So that's my explanation why I haven't been live streaming much recently. I just personal stuff. Because you guys know I enjoy hanging out with you guys, chit-chatting, doing some Q&A, asking you guys some questions, playing some games, whatever, reading stories, talking about movies, food, whatever it is. I enjoy that. I enjoy reaching out to you guys because you guys reach out to me. But yeah, to Moose, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. It was a very difficult situation to go through, and I wish it on nobody, not my worst enemy. But it's one of those things. It's like a part of life, but it's like, why so soon? I've lost family members that were young, that had way more time on their hands. And I felt like they got robbed, at a time. So, but we are here in the Dark Forest. I've already introduced the new forest member, Mr. Latte, aka just Latte. So he is a Udaman, Aced Bridge. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. I appreciate that. Everything for YouTube goes strictly into my savings account, as you all are pretty much well aware that we're trying to get into a house. So the more I get, the more I save, because closing costs are 3%, and that is a lot of money. So we're doing good. Had to dish out a little bit for that cat, but other than that, we've been doing all right. We continue to save. All my YouTube money goes strictly into the savings account. All the donations that I get here, or PayPal, Cash App, whichever you guys prefer, Patreon, channel memberships, all of it. Everything that has to do with YouTube goes into the savings account for our house. Like, that is the goal. And I thank you so much, Ace Bridge. I appreciate that. Every little bit helps. Yeah, we had a mystery guest come on one of the last live streams I did before I got the bad news about my stepdad. The guy he sent me a direct PayPal donation. He was on the live stream, but he sent me a PayPal donation, and it was quite good. I was like, is this a typo? And he was like, nope. And I'm like, wow, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that, you know. So yeah, just like, man, I really do have I really do have the best fans in the world. I really do. You guys are amazing. The other day, I think it was yesterday actually, we hit 16,000 subscribers. That's right. And the crowd goes wild. Yep, we hit 16,000 subscribers, and as of today, let me refresh this. We have 16,074. So over like a 24-hour period, we got another 74 members of the Dark Forest. That's fairly good for a day or two, you know. Usually my subscribers don't hit that high within 24, 48-hour time frame. That's the views are getting higher. Everything's starting to really start picking up, which is good. It seems like right before I hit 16,000 subscribers, I started seeing a little different momentum with the channel. I'm starting to notice things are starting to pick up a little bit more than it was before, and that's fantastic. I continue that the channel continues to succeed and go above my expectations and grow to where I believe it really deserves to be at. Hey, Robert, let's go. Oh, look at that. Ace Bridge with another $4.99. Oh, man, now I could go buy myself some Taco Bell. Oh, yeah. Lampadamon, love your content, always listening before going to bed. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Dark Forest. Hopefully you're having a good night, day, afternoon, evening. Sorry. Got a dogman hairball in my throat. I got to take a sip of water here. Ooh. Because this guy's out of tea. I haven't had tea for like 2 days. I'm like, man, I'm having some withdrawals right now. I had to go to the store and pick up a Dr. Pepper, you know. I need something in me. I need something other than water. Of course, water's the best thing, you know, health-wise, but I gotta have some flavor here. So yeah, we're doing quite well. September was a good month for us, and I'm hoping that October is even better, but we shall see. Especially being October, the month of Halloween, I intend it to be better. I would hope so, at least. I've already finished up the whole month of October, November, and 98% of December already. I'm still waiting on 3 more stories for Fight Week, which I've mentioned before. The last week of December, before the New Year's, is Fight Week, which means every single story is going to be cryptid versus cryptid. Weird coincidences of battles that you would never see anywhere but in the Dark Forest on Zach Baby TV. We have Dogman versus Wendigo. We got Dogman. Oh, we have Werewolf versus Bigfoot. We got Dogman versus Vampire. I mean, we're mixing it up. Let's putting all the cryptids together, and they're gonna fight. You know, and we gotta figure out who's gonna win. I don't know, but it's gonna be a crazy situation for each and every one. I'm working with a fabulous writer. Shout out to you. You know who you are out there. Also, we're going to be putting a little mini-series together where she's going to be writing a story, and then I'll continue that story with the same characters for a part 2 and then part 3. And we'll go and conversate and see what directions we want to take for each story. But it might end up being like a 2 or 3 part series, maybe more. Who knows? But that's going to be happening sometime in January, I believe. So I'm just waiting on the last 3 episodes of Fight Week. And, yeah. Then December will be done. I haven't been uploading videos on Sundays. I've been doing Monday through Saturday. I think 6 out of 7 every week is pretty dang good. Sundays are kind of my relaxed days. Sundays are kind of like, okay, you know, just hop on board and listen to Saturday one more time for me. And then we'll have something new for you that coming week on Monday. But Halloween is on a Sunday this year, so there will be a video on Halloween night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it is going to be a premiere video, which means it'll be a live stream kind of like this. It'll be live chat room as the video plays. I have some fairly large names that are going to be on that video. Some smaller channels, some medium, some very large. It's almost a 2-hour video for Halloween night, starting at 9 o'clock at night. Chris says Sheep Squatch versus Sasquatch. I think we got one maybe called Dogman versus Krampus. I'm not sure, but we're just... these are the Fight Week is all creepypasta. It's all written by us. It's all written. It's not allegedly true or anything like that. It is creepypasta, but they're going to be fabulous, scary stories. And it's really cool because I've never heard of cryptids fighting cryptids. Like, that's something that I kind of came up with. So, Robert Lyons, how you doing? I'm hanging in there. Earlier in the live stream, I mentioned I haven't been online lately. I just came back from Florida for a funeral. I lost my stepfather, so still trying to cope. Still trying to keep positive. Still trying to remember him and everybody else I've lost in the past 8 years or so. Pretty much lost everybody most important to me on my side of the family. Yes, looking forward to hear it. Absolutely, Lampadamon. And shout out to Aced Bridge for the $10 donation. Thank you. I appreciate that. Back to back $4.99. Hey. I love it. Keep it flowing. Keep it going. Hey. So, yeah, I'm waiting for 3 more stories for Fight Week, and 2021 is officially done. If you could see all the videos I have already uploaded, I probably have a good 70 plus that are already recorded, edited, uploaded. They're already in the system on YouTube. You guys can't see them because they're hidden until the date is the date that I have it to post. But I could see it. I could go back. I could go in and look at it. Every now and then for my patrons and my channel members, I will give early access to videos so they could have a sneak peek at stuff before it comes out. I've been doing that periodically for you guys because I appreciate everyone that donates to my Patreon and my channel membership on YouTube. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. Thank you. Very hard, very difficult situation to go through. Still trying to cope. You know, sometimes my mind gets off of it and I'm normal for a little bit, but then I start thinking about my stepdad and I start getting depressed again. And then I kind of just like sit there, stare at the wall. I look at pictures. I get teary. I watch videos. I get teary. Certain things that remind me of him, I start getting teary. It's just like, this is painful. It really is. So, yeah. So I had to miss 3 days of work. That added with the weekend and 13-hour drives each way. From where he is and where I am, it's about a 13-hour drive, give or take. Actually, it took like 14 hours because when we were driving through Atlanta, there was crazy traffic, so it took us a lot longer to get home. But on the way there wasn't really too much traffic, but we did leave super duper early that morning. We left on a Wednesday at like 3 in the morning. It was like 3:30 by the time that we actually like left the house. Like we woke up at 3, took a dump, brushed my teeth, deodorant, all that good stuff, right? Bags, everything was packed. Everything was ready to go at the door. Hopped in, it was like 3:35, 3:38, 3:40, something like that, and then we were on the road. I had already filled up the tank the night prior. Like, I'm very structured for trips. I like have a checklist in my head of everything that has to be done beforehand, so there's no mistakes. Ooh, I missed something. I think the only thing I've forgotten before was like my inhaler for like my allergy asthma stuff that I periodically get. When we went to go check out Texas, because when we were leaving California, we were checking out different states to see where we wanted to move. And Texas was one of them, but we ended up not choosing Texas. So, what else? I got tickets for Halloween Kills for tomorrow night. So, I may not be available to share my video right away on all the different Facebook groups and Instagram and all that good stuff when the video uploads at 9 o'clock tomorrow night because I will be in the movie theaters. We're going to go see the new Halloween movie, which I'm hoping it's good because I liked the Halloween movie from 2018. I thought it was pretty good. I thought the very first Halloween movie was like, it was all right, and part 2 was like kind of all right, and then it just seems like they got worse after that. I'm not huge into Halloween. I think I love the music. I love the music the most. But in the earlier movies, there was like no blood, and the acting was really bad. So it's like, I don't know. You know, it's not my kind of slasher. You know, I think Friday the 13th is better. That's just my opinion. And I like Scream a lot more. I think Scream was done a lot better. But then, you know, they did it later on with, you know, better graphics, technology, better acting, more blood. Yeah, so I'm waiting on that. And I've already pre-bought my tickets for Dune, which has Jason Momoa. It's some futuristic planet fighting movie. I don't know. Look, it looks cool. So I got that, and then I know Antlers comes out next month in November. And same with Resident Evil. That comes out in November too, I believe. Halloween 4 and 5 are your favorites? Nice. I don't think I've seen 4 and 5. I heard part 3 really sucked. So I saw part 1. I was like, C-. Part 2, D+, C-. I never saw 3, but I heard it's horrible. I just watched Halloween Resurrection today, and it wasn't that great. It was cool to see Busta Rhymes in it, though. That was pretty funny. Him and his ninja kicks. That was hilarious. I like the Halloween remake version that they did where Jared Padalecki's in it, which is Sam Winchester from Supernatural. I thought that was cool just because he was in it, you know, because I like Supernatural, so when one of the actors is in something, I'm more than likely going to like it. Even if the movie sucks, I'm going to like it because they're in it, so. You like the Rob Zombie's Halloween? Nice. Okay, I don't think I've seen that one. There's so many of them. It's, like, hard to keep up. Like, there's so many. There's H2Os, and there's X, and there's Outer Space, or I don't know. There's so many of those Halloweens and Friday the 13th. Like, I lost track, like, with the time zones for each film, you know. I don't know. It's too much, honestly. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys checked out last night's video. I went camping when I was 13 and barely survived. The same person that wrote that story for last night is the same one that I'm working with for Fight Week. Very talented writer. Very cool person. We talk about every day, actually. Very cool individual. We speak all the time. So, shout out to you. You know who you are. I don't want to say your name because I don't have all the numbers memorized. Yeah, Busta Rhymes was trying to do some Bruce Lee kicks on his ass. Got stabbed twice and then magically wasn't hurt and saved her at the end. Oops, did I just spoil the movie? Sorry. Like, wait a second. That dude just got stabbed, like, in the shoulder twice. He magically comes back, lifts the girl on his shoulder and leaves at the end. Like, he's not hurt. Like, if I got stabbed twice, I would be dead, okay? And it's not a small knife. You know how big that knife is that Michael Myers walks around with? That's a big knife, okay? That's a slaughter knife. That thing's huge. Big. Got stabbed twice. Not once, but twice with it. Died. Magically came back and saved the day. Like, really? I'm not buying it. Sorry, I'm not buying it. That dude was dead. There's no way someone survives that. I get a paper cut and I'm crying, man. How the hell did he survive 2 stab wounds from Michael Myers? I'm not buying it. Not happening, fellas. Not happening. And what was the whole point of him going after those people anyways? Just because they were in his house and he was living underneath the house? That's my only guess, because they did find like his room underground. Like, he was living under his house. Eating rats and stuff. So I guess maybe like he was just pissed off they were in his house. That's the only thing, because it didn't really explain why that girl was seeing him. screaming in the store, you know, like prior to going into his house, she was seeing him. She has no relation to him, so I don't understand the whole purpose of... I don't really see the whole purpose between them and him, other than them going into his house. So, I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. Halloween is not my favorite, Halloween franchise. I'd rather watch some Ernest Scared Stupid. I'd rather watch some Double Double Toil and Trouble with Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, which were the twins from Full House. I'd rather watch some Goosebumps, some Are You Afraid of the Dark, some Eerie, Indiana. I'd rather watch Friday the 13th, basically. Trick or Treat was a good one. I'd rather watch It by Stephen King, the original one from 1990. Pet Sematary, the original from the 80s. Halloween just doesn't do it for me. It's kind of boring. Not gonna lie. I love the music, but it's kind of boring. I know some people out there are gonna get pissed that I said that. It's not horrible. It's just not that good to me. Hey, Vlad Cooper. Hey, better late than never. There you go. Well, we've only been on for about 20 minutes, so you're not that late. You missed all the depressing talk. Now we're on the positive stuff, so I guess you're kind of lucky. But yeah, we're at 16,000 subscribers. The videos are doing quite well. Yesterday's story is fantastic. A very good fight to the death survival type camping experience. Very well written. That's why I like working with that author, because she does good work. So, what else? We have about 2-3 weeks to catch up on here. Shout out to Aced Bridge for the 2 donations of $4.99. If you guys are big ballers, don't donate it here. Only small ballers donate here, because OBS, which is the program I use to live stream to YouTube, they take a huge chunk. So if you want me to actually get every nickel and dime you want to provide to donate to the Dark Forest, do it by PayPal or Cash App, which is right there on the screen. That way I get every cent. When you donate it here, I get like 60%. It's crazy. They take a huge chunk for some reason. So, just throwing it out there. The old Universal monster movies is what I watched during Halloween. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of good horror movies out there. There's a lot of good Halloween-based stuff out there. I'm very open. I've seen a lot of movies. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen, so I can't speak on everything. But, yeah, there's just certain movies I have to watch every year. Like, Ernest Scared Stupid. Like, that's just one of them. You know, I love Ernest. Know what I mean? But, Ernest Scared Stupid was the first movie I ever saw with Jim Varney. And it's always been my favorite movie by him. And it happens to be a Halloween one, so that's awesome. What else? So, yeah. I'll be at the movies tomorrow night. I'll be at the Regal. That's right. I have a unlimited pass, which they charge you like a fee every month. And I see unlimited movies. I could see more than one movie a day if I wanted to, as long as the showtimes don't interlap with each other. I could see as many movies as I want. Problem is, there's not a lot of good movies out. But I got Halloween Kills for tomorrow night. And then I got Dune on October 22nd. Yep. And those are the only 2 tickets that I've gotten so far on this app here. But we saw the new Venom movie. I thought it was Let There Be Carnage. I really liked it. That was a good movie. If you guys like Venom or Carnage, like, you'll like it. You'll like it. Woody Harrelson, I believe his name is. Yeah. White Man Can't Jump. He was on Anger Management as the transvestite. That dude's funny. He did a great job being Carnage. And Carnage was my favorite supervillain from Spider-Man. I just like those squiggly things. I thought Venom was Venom Part 2. Let There Be Carnage. I thought that was a really good movie. Then we saw Malignant. That was okay. The Night House was alright. We saw the movie called Old, about the people that are aging on the beach. That was okay. Nothing like super spectacular so far. But I have a feeling there's going to be some great stuff coming out pretty soon, starting tomorrow. Especially as we get closer to Halloween night. Let me go ahead and mention that Halloween collaboration video that is a premiering video, so there will be a live chat during the whole process. Let me read off the people that submitted their stories to me. Are you ready? We have myself, Swamp Dweller, Entropic Society, Darkness Prevails, Goodnight Goosebumps, Miss Fearsome, Bad Vibes Storytelling, Being Scared, Scary Stories NYC, Miss Creepy Tales, and Lily C. Nation. So I had 11 people submit their stories to me. It's going to be a good video. There's some big names in there, some medium names, and small. There's a little mix of everything up in there. There's some really talented people that's going to be on that video with me on Halloween night. You guys are definitely not going to want to miss that video. And then tonight's video that's coming out at 9 o'clock, which it's 6:49. About a couple hours and some change. It's called Sinister Skinwalker. It's a spooky little Skinwalker tale. Hopefully you guys enjoy it tonight. It's pretty spooktacular, if I do say so myself. Let's see here. You got some more Skinwalker, the Beast of the Backwoods, allegedly true Dogman sightings, the Creature of Rogers Swamp. Yeah, I got a swamp story too. That's something different. I'm trying to mix it up. I've been getting some emails and I've been getting some stuff about Dogman a lot, but I'm still trying to mix it up with other stuff that I find on Reddit, people that email me their stories. I'm mixing it all up. I don't just want to have just one specific thing I do on the channel, so I do have to mix things up. So, yeah, Scary Stories NYC is going to be on it. We've collaborated one time with each other, I think a few months back. Let's see here. I've collaborated with Darkness Prevails a couple times. I've collaborated with Bad Vibe Storytelling, Darkness Prevails, Swamp Dweller. I think I collaborated with Being Scared once. Mr. Haunted was supposed to be on it, but he never emailed me his story. Tisk. He forgot. Yeah, but Mr. Haunted was supposed to be on it, but I never got his email. Shame. Let's see. Yeah, I got a allegedly true Dogman story in the Louisiana swamps. I got a Rougarou story coming out, which is like some Louisiana werewolf or something. Lots of stuff here. I got more Dogman, more cryptids, werewolves, deep woods scary stories. There's freaking tons here, guys. I got so much content. Yeah, you endure deep web stories. I just did a deep web story not too long ago. I think it was called Happy Times on the Dark Web. You should go check it out, Benny. Yeah, Happy Times on the Dark Web. I think that's what it's called. Let me double check. But that just came out. Oh, yeah. Came out on September 24th. Happy Fun Time on the Dark Web. If you like dark web stories, I did do that. I did do that. It didn't do like thousands and thousands of views. I guess just my channel's not really dark web friendly. But like I said, I got to mix it up. Waylon Timlick. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Dark Forest. How you doing? The Wendigo Highway. That was a really cool story as well. Welcome to the Hunted Club. I thought that was a really cool story. That was actually not even a cryptid story, but that was just really well written. Dogman Destruction, a warning to those who come. That was a cool story. That came out on the 7th of October. It's already well past 10,000 views. Like that, you guys really liked that one. I did too. I thought it was a really cool story. Let's see. Have you ever collaborated with Southern Cannibal? Not yet. I know I follow him on Twitter. Every now and then I'll write on his posts, but I've never collaborated with him. He's never asked me. He probably doesn't know who I am yet. I'm still a small guy, Benny. I just hit 16,000 subscribers. I'm still considered a small channel. I think once you hit that 40,000, 50,000 mark, that's when you're considered like a medium-sized channel. And I think maybe once you hit that 100,000, you're considered an OG or something. I don't know how it works. But yeah, I'd love to collaborate with Southern Cannibal if he was ever looking for anybody. Absolutely. I love collaborating with people. I don't care if they have a small channel, a big channel, it doesn't matter. I just love collaborating with people because it gets my name out there, you know. And when they send me stuff for my channel for a collab, it's less work for me, and in return, I get a longer video. So it kind of works both ways. Not a lot of the cryptid channels do live streams. How are you doing? I'm doing good, official Sinista? Sinista? Boy, I'm butchering your name. My bad. You got 62 subs? Hey, that's 62 people that love you. There you go. Yeah, I got lots of content, guys. I mean, this whole year is pretty much done, other than Fight Week. Monday through Friday for Fight Week. I already did Mondays and Tuesdays. Both of those are done. I'm just waiting for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I've already started on 2022. Like, I've already done 3 videos for January. That's how far in advance I am right now. Like Sinister? Sinista? Ah, gotcha. Sinista. Nice. Official Sinista. I think I got it right now. Yeah. Oh, power stretch. Ooh, yeah. Mmm. Vlad Cooper. Hey, you might not be wrong on that one. It all depends on who it is too, you know. Some people just, I don't know, like, I feel like even when my channel becomes large, I'm still gonna have the same mentality as I have now. I want to put out a lot of content. I want to put out a lot of cryptid stuff that you guys love. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm doing a video basically every single day for you guys, aside from Sundays. When I hit 100,000 subs, am I going to continue doing one every single day? Maybe. I mean, I'll definitely have more, you know, more time to do it if that ends up being my full-time gig, you know, I don't know. Probably, maybe 2 videos a day. Hey, but at the same time, you know, when you reach that level, you don't have to work as hard, I guess. I personally would want to, just to keep the momentum going, keeping fresh production for you guys. Sandra says, have you heard of Dead Man Talking Forest, a Fear channel? Dead Man Talking Forest, a Fear channel? I think I have. It sounds familiar. I think I reached out to him once too and see if he wanted to collaborate, but he never responded. If I'm not mistaken, it might. I think that's the channel. Yeah. I periodically reach out to people and see if they want to get together and do some spooky tales. Do you think it's possible for skinwalkers to control dogmen? I personally don't. I think they're two separate entities, and I don't believe they can. I don't believe they can control one another, because a skinwalker is a Native American witch that could shapeshift. A dogman is just a dogman. Kind of like a werewolf, just doesn't shapeshift or talk. Supposedly. No, I think they're completely separate. But I mean, who am I, right? It's not like I met one. I just tell their tales. Yeah, I kind of think the same way. I kind of think dogmen do what they want. I think they're very curious creatures. I think they like to sniff around and investigate things in the woods that don't belong. I think they're very territorial because they're dogs, after all, right? Dogs are territorial. That's why they pee on everything. They're very territorial against other animals, just like dogs are with other dogs in the area of their home. Unknown people in the house, they're territorial, they're protective. So I think the dog animalistic thinking of a dogman is territorial. So I think when they're curious, or if they make their presence known, it's territorial. That's just my guess. I've never seen one myself. And I hope I never do. I really don't want to. Yeah, Sasquatch is another question. He's probably territorial as well. Half man, half ape. Or just a giant man who's never shaved before. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Bigfoot's a big thing out here as far as for like stores and souvenir shops and t-shirts and keychains and fridge magnets and coffee mugs and souvenir shops out here in Tennessee. Like, Bigfoot's a thing out here. But you know what? There's a lot of dogman activity here, and nobody seems to really talk about it. And that kind of worries me. All this Bigfoot stuff they're cashing money on, but no one's talking about dogman. And I've had a lot of emails all over Tennessee. Other states too, but a lot in Tennessee. All dogman sightings of some sort. Whether it's silhouettes, noises, to actually seeing the thing, seeing its eyes. A lot have been in Tennessee. I don't know, but people just aren't talking about it. I don't know if it's kind of like one of those subjects that's on the hush-hush. Maybe. But then how come they talk about Sasquatch all the time? Bigfoot. They'll make money and talk about Bigfoot, but nobody wants to talk about the dogman. I don't know. It just kind of makes me think, like, what's up? You know, is that something that everybody, like, believes in, but they don't want to talk about it? You know what I mean? It's like one of those things you don't speak of, you know? I don't know. Ah, okay. You're from Missouri? Nice. Missouri, a.k.a. Misery? On my way back from South Carolina last summer. Yes, eastern Tennessee is all mountains. Well, not all of it, but there is mountains in eastern Tennessee. Middle Tennessee and western Tennessee is flat as a doorbell. Or flat as a door. There's no mountains. They got some hills. They got some hills, and that's about it. And that's why all the tornadoes hit over there. But I'm in eastern Tennessee, so I'm near the mountains. So, but that's where we wanted to be at. I would have to agree with Leslie. Absolutely, I think the Dogman is way more cooler than the Bigfoot. Oh, Michigan. My bad. Michigan. That's right. Said the wrong one, huh? Somebody like me needs to go back to school. Yeah, Michigan. Ah. Yeah, one of my best friends is from Michigan. He's from Pontiac. Actually, you know what? Let me look. I just did a story about Michigan. Let me find it. Speaking of Michigan, official Sinista. Let me go back. Let me find that. I just recorded an allegedly true Dogman encounter in Michigan. Don't quote me. Let me find it. I'm kind of giving you spoilers of stuff that's supposed to come out in January, but you guys will probably forget by that time. So I could go ahead and tell you the title. Yeah, I did this. I recorded this yesterday. This person sent in allegedly true Dogman encounter at Black Creek Forest Campground, wherever the hell that is. But in the story, it mentions Michigan. So, obviously, Black Creek Forest Campground is in Michigan. That's all I remember, really. But I'm not going to tell you anymore. I don't want to spoil nothing. I recorded it yesterday. I vaguely remember the story a little bit. But, yeah, it's based out of Michigan, so there you go. Don't go to that campground, I guess. Gets spooky over there. You're by Big Rapids? Cool. Yep, Chris, absolutely. Yeah, they're always mysterious little curious doggos, aren't they? Skinwalkers in Wyoming, huh? I guess so. There's a lot of Native American stuff out west. Oh, that's 2 hours away from you? Oh, 2 hours away from you, huh? So you know where it is? Like, that's a real place? The Black Creek Campground? That's a real spot out there, huh? Well, I mean, he did say it was allegedly true, so... Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Well, hey, that's 2 hours away from me. That's still technically kind of far, so I wouldn't trip over it. Black Forest Campground in Midland. Midland. What does that mean? Like in the center of the state? Is that what you mean by Midland? So it's not coastal, it's in the middle somewhere? Creepy place? Oh, really? I've never been to Michigan, so I couldn't even tell you. Cheyenne, huh? Ooh, spooky. It's nice until it gets dark. Well, people say that about Detroit, too, so... Yeah, then it can become a little dangerous. That's funny. That's crazy. Okay, wow, that's a real spot. You know exactly where that is. That's funny. Oh, that's the city Midland. Okay, gotcha. See, I'm learning all these different things here with this live stream. That's cool. Nice. Nice. Yep, definitely some Dogman activity out there in Michigan, that's for sure. Don't know why. Have no frickin' clue. I guess we'll never know. It's one of the mysteries that will never be solved. I was in the Medicine Now Mountains. Elk Mountain was the nearest town. Yeah, never been right there, but been through and inquired and heard things said, so I was like, never mind. Yeah, and after you listen to that story, you're probably never going to go camping over there. Especially that you've heard things about that area already, and now someone sends me a story about that spot. Yeah, pick somewhere else to camp, or maybe just camp in your backyard. Absolutely. Wow, yeah, that's crazy. I love it when people send me stories about like real places. Like that's just like, you know, sometimes people will email me stories and they'll just give me a story, but they don't tell me where it is. But it's so much like freaking scarier if they give me the name of the place or at least the state, you know? Like to me it just amplifies the curiosity and the creepiness of the story. When I don't know where it is, it kind of there's like a gap in the story that's missing that needs to be filled in. Okay, creepy encounter, but where was it, you know? Was it summertime? Was it winter? Was it spring? Was it autumn? What state was it in? What campground? What hiking trail? Where were you? You know, like things like that just freaking those things just gravitate towards me a lot more as a listener. You know, putting myself in your shoes, that's what I want. As a listener, I want to know details. I know you're not going to remember everything because you're, you know, emailing me a story of something that happened God knows how long ago. I get it, right? But at least give me some kind of details of its location. Things travel through your friend's property? That's creepy. That's spooky. Probably happens in Utah, too, with the skinwalkers. Vlad says he's going to be a dog man for Halloween. Whoo! You're going to be sweating with all that fur. They shut down a summer camp here because of a dog man killed a few campers. Oh, crap. That's creepy. I didn't hear about that. That would make a good story, Chris. Man, that would make it... I would love for someone to write me a story about that. I mean, I don't know anybody that's involved with that, but that would be a good story. Absolutely. Official Sinister. That's wild. Absolutely wild. I wonder how the dogman survives during winter. Do they hibernate? Do they live underground? Do they live in a cave? Like, it freaking snows in Michigan. Hard. I wonder how they cope with the cold. I've always wondered that with, like, the elements of weather. How do these cryptids, like, not leave any tracks or they're hidden, you know? Clayton Blackwell, greetings and welcome to the Dark Forest. How you doing? Shout out to Leslie Johnson for her purchase of the hoodie. Not spooky by nature. The hoodie that's on my online store. She got one in pink. It looks rad. Shout out to Leslie for shooting me a picture and emailing it over to me. I've already spread her like butter all over social media the moment I got her picture. So just an extra shout out to Leslie for that. It's a really cool jacket. I hope you wear it with pride. And let me know if you get any compliments from that jacket too. Whether you're like at the store, Walmart, Target, grocery store. Let me know if, you know, people ever come up to you and be like, hey, I like your shirt. Where'd you get it? Like, who is that? What is it? You know? Let me know. I love hearing stuff like that. They live underground like Sasquatch. Ah, maybe. Been lurking and watching for a while now. All right, Clayton. Well, thank you for letting your presence be known. The Bat Squatch? Nope. I have never heard of the Bat Squatch before. Sasquatch making weapons? No, but I know King Kong had one in that movie. A knife from a broken bone? Either that or a big bone would be like a giant hammer or something. Back in 77, Camp Scott, 3 campers were killed. Oh my goodness. Camp Scott. Is this in Wyoming or where is this located at? Oklahoma, right? Is that Oklahoma? Oh. Oklahoma, yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Interesting. Girl Scouts, ages 8 and 10, wow. Rape and murder. Well, that's sad. That's unfortunate. Oh, they were little kids. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. That'd be interesting. I hope somebody sends me a story about this place, because this has some paper trail right here. That would be really interesting to have a story about Camp Scott. Oklahoma has a lot of cryptid activity. A lot. I've done a lot of stories about Oklahoma. Dogman and Bigfoot. That's horrible. Yeah, I don't think, reading this about Camp Scott, it doesn't seem like it's Dogman related. It looks like just a human murder and some other things he did. We won't mention it here in the live stream. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Back in the 80s, they shut down the Robbers Cave summer camp because of Sasquatch activity. Oh my goodness. Interesting. That's cool. Very interesting indeed. You know, I don't get a lot of emails for Sasquatch. I've had some. I've narrated some stories. But I don't get a ton of Bigfoot stories sent to me. Get quite a few Dogman stuff. Wendigos, some Skinwalker stuff. But Bigfoot seems to be like the least out of the cryptids that people send me. I haven't really received anything like the Rake, Slenderman, I mean, you know, night crawlers, swamp creatures, reptilians, lizard men. I mean, there's a lot of Mothman. There's a lot of other stuff out there. But I haven't gotten too much of that stuff. That's okay. As long as it's spooky, I don't care. All right, shout out to Crazy Canadian Canuck for hopping back on board for the channel membership. He rejoined 3 days ago. All right. All right. Yeah, he kind of disappeared for a while. Now he's back. All right. Cat people? I don't know. Cat cryptids? I don't think I've really gotten too many cat cryptids. A mountain lion! Oh no! I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt cover-ups from the government. Not one bit. I would not doubt it. Antonio Ramirez, what's going on? And welcome to the Dark Forest. Do you mind if I ask you a weird question? It depends, Vlad. Go ahead and ask away. I'm pretty open to Q&A questions. As depends on the question, but I'll answer it if it's appropriate. Sure. Go ahead. Werecats? There are stories, huh? Instead of werewolves, it's werecats? Well, nobody sent me any werecat stories. That'd be cool, though. I never heard of those. I wonder if my kitty's going to be a werecat. Uh-oh. He might grow up and be feisty. Demanding his tuna. Yeah, I've heard no stories about cat people. I mean, there's a movie called Cats, but it's a musical, and I was like, hell no, I'm not watching that crap. I think it flopped in theaters anyways. I knew it would. Carry some catnip. There you go. Or some cat treats. Yeah. Yeah, they'll leave you alone. Yeah. It is a little inappropriate. Well, I don't know. I won't know what you're talking about until you just say it, Vlad. You know, I don't know what you're going to ask, Vlad. Are you going to ask what color my nipples are? I mean, what are you going to ask, Vlad? Go ahead, spill the beans. I don't know what you're going to ask. How long my schlong is? Do I have a big butt? I don't know. What size is my foot? I don't know. What are you going to ask? Vlad Cooper, what is your question? Be sure to have my laser pointer on my AR. There you go. Cats like to follow those things. And string. Mice. Oh, Vlad. That's not inappropriate. Would you rather die or get pounded by Bigfoot? Well, Vlad, now, what do you mean by get pounded? Pounded like beat up or pounded like, you know, taken advantage of pounded? I mean, I don't want to die, but, you know, no man, no beast will take me. No, never. Bigfoot walks out like me wants no snow now. Oh, Vlad. I mean, would never want to die, but I mean, I could probably get beat up by Bigfoot. You know, I'd rather live. You know, but it just depends on your question of pounded. That term could be used in multiple ways. Usually it's I that does the pounding. Death by Oga Boga. Vlad always has those weird questions. Would you rather this or this? Would you rather die by this or die by that? You know? He has those odd versus questions. That's what I remember about Vlad. He would have a lot of those. When in the woods, I go armed, usually a tourist judge and or my Mooseberg 12 gauge with dragon's breath. Well, now we're talking. Was this lit RPG now? And incendiary, buckshot, at least slugs, and ball piercing shot. Ooh. Ooh. Getting all technical on us, Clayton. You could have just said a shotgun. Ooh. Yeah. I have a knife. I have like a big knife and stuff. And I have like a hatchet and like a small knife. That's my protection. And it's cool. All right, another subscriber. Man, look at that. Boom, they just keep coming. They just keep flying in and pressing that button and clicking on that bell. That's what I'm talking about. That's a lot of weight to carry. That's a lot of weight to carry there, Clayton. You must be a big man. Excuse me. That's the Dr. Pepper for you. Carry bird shot for coyotes. There you go. Coyotes, yeah, they're annoying. Not so big, though. Little scavenger dogs, that's all they are to me. Leslie has a slingshot. And she has pure silver earrings from her mother to kill it in the sewers. This is battery acid, you slime. Good old Eddie Spaghetti's slogan right there. Dragon's breath. That's got to be stinky and spicy. Yeah, apparently you could kill a giant with the slingshot. David and Goliath right there, if you believe in that story. You know. Must have been a good aim. That would be interesting if Sasquatch could speak English. That would mean that they do have some intelligence. That's interesting to know. Never encountered a Sasquatch myself, so I don't know. Love that movie, and no, dragon breath indeed, spicy. Well, I had a shotgun in the military, and that thing was heavy. I don't know what the hell it was. But I wouldn't want to carry that around for a few hours. Hell no. I had to carry it on watch, and I was already getting lazy with it. Like, can you just, like, saw this thing off so, you know, be a sawed-off shotgun and be less heavy? Come on. But yeah, if you haven't checked out last night's video, I highly suggest you listen to it tonight before the new one comes out tonight. I went camping when I was 13 and barely survived. It was a good story. Very well written. It was a really cool story. Tonight's story is also good. It's a skinwalker story. I periodically like to do some Skinwalker stuff when I get some. But yeah, I'm excited. What else we got for this week? I usually give you guys some hints in the community tab of what's coming out. Let's see here. Alright, so tomorrow is Friday. We got a Skinwalker story. Saturday, we got a horrifying camping experience story. That's all I will say. It's a creepy frickin' story. Different and creepy. Let me check the dates here. That's right, the 15th. Yeah, that's tomorrow. Then Saturday, we got some Dogman action going on Saturday. So that's going to be frickin' spooktacular. Little Creamy. Where did you get I Live in Your Basement Goosebumps book? In your basement? eBay, Amazon, thrift books. Come on. Not hard to find, brother. Not hard to find. You heard they whistle? That's interesting. I know, like, Bigfoots like to throw rocks at people. And they like to bang on trees or something. I've heard that. Multiple times, actually. I've heard that a couple times. I think I even narrated a story where it mentioned it, too, actually. The question is, can Sasquatch whistle from his butt? When he farts, does he play a tune with his tushy? That is the question. Because I can. Yeah. Oh, this freaking chair is so squeaky. It's horrible when I'm recording and stuff. My gosh. Every time I, like, move, it squeaks. I'm like, really? I gotta re-record that now. Gotta put some WD-40 on this plastic thing, I tell ya. Yep, we got some serious cryptid action this week. Same for next week. We got some cryptid creatures in the woods. Never going into the woods again. Got some Dogman stuff. We got a mine story. We got a cryptid mine story. Don't see too many mine stories, you know, down underground in mines. Yeah, got one of those coming out. That's actually coming out on the 22nd. Got a Leatherman. Supposedly it's a Connecticut myth or a Connecticut legend in Connecticut called the Leatherman. I've never heard of the Leatherman, but supposedly it really is like a mythological thing in Connecticut. So I got a story for that. That's coming out on the 18th of October. Lots of stuff, guys. Lots of frickin' super scary, spooktacular, cryptid, you name it, tales coming out for this month. And November and December. And now I'm rocking on January. Yeah, that makes sense, Clayton. That makes perfect sense. Leslie says, tush tunes, that's what we need. I know, right? That's what I've heard. I bet it's loud. Yeah, I bet Bigfoot's farts are very loud. Probably like bass from a subwoofer in a car. That'll give up his position real fast. And I bet you it stinks, too. Leatherman? Yeah, sounds creepy. It is a creepy story. Yeah, somewhere out in Connecticut. I've never heard of the Leatherman, but We will on the 18th. That video is ready to go. Leatherman. Infinite Psychosis, what's up? Welcome to the Dark Forest. How you doing? Exists? I don't think so. I saw one low-budget Bigfoot movie, and it was kind of stupid. I don't actually think I've ever seen a Bigfoot movie that was actually good. I don't even think they ever made any major film that was a Bigfoot movie. I mean, other than Harry and the Hendersons. He was a Bigfoot, right? Harry and the Hendersons? But I'm saying, like, as far as, like, a horror movie's concerned for Bigfoot, like, I haven't seen anything that's, like, mainstream movie theater quality. It's always been kind of low budget, B-rated. The one I saw was okay. It wasn't that great. It was alright, though. $12 feet, huh? Dang, big what? Man, Sasquatch is huge. Making the dark forest a little darker. There you go, Infinite. That's what I'm talking about. Same that produced Godzilla. Oh, okay. It's not good. It's cheesy, low budget, but I like it. The truth! Vlad tells the truth! The Legend of Boggy Creek is a real case. Yeah, isn't that in Arkansas? Boggy Creek. Is that in Arkansas? That sounds very familiar. I may have even done a story on it. Guys, I have like over 800 stories. Like, I'm bound to like do a story on something from somebody that emails me or something, you know? Mountain Giants. That sounds familiar. I've never done a story about mountain giants before. I've seen a mountain giant in the Neverending Story movie. Yep. I believe it's on Amazon Prime. I think that's where I saw it. The Boggy Creek documentary. Yeah, it's on a small bordering town of Arkansas and Texas, I think. Going off of memory here, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I do believe I did watch that documentary on Amazon Prime. Boggy Creek documentary. Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. I watched it. All right, another sub. Man, I'm telling you, it's like, psh, every time I check it, it keeps going up. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Hell yeah. 20K on the way. That's what I'm talking about. Can't wait to hit 20,000 subscribers. That way I'm no longer in the teens. And then I'm in the 20s. And then the 30s. And then the 40s. The 50s. Then all glory is mine. Yeah, but it's moving, guys. It's moving. Sorry, I'm yawning here. It's been a long day. It has been a long day. Dead Magenta. Dead Magneta. Magenta. God, I'm butchering this guy's name. I'm sorry. but he just subscribed. Shout out the dead Magenta. All right. Face eaters. They look more like baboons. They are aggressive carnivores, and regular Sasquatches hate them. Ooh. They fight the Sasquatches to the death. Yeah, I wonder, are those face eaters, are they just as big as Bigfoot? Are they smaller? Do they hunt solo? Are they in packs? Good question. Good question, official Sinister. Sinista. Very wise. Very wise indeed. Let's see here. There are videos of various types on YouTube. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's a new one for me too. I think. I have a lot of emails I have to go through. Be cool if I had a story about those guys. That'd be really sweet. They're often confused for Dogman. Really? Okay, so some of these Dogman encounters might actually be those face eaters. That's creepy. So they kind of look like canines, I'm assuming. There are types of Dogman too. One got like a BF body and a short snout. I didn't know there was different types of Dogman. I thought they're all just big and huge. But then I've had people send me stories where they say the Dogman's only about 4 or 5 feet tall, which is not very humongous. But then I've had people send me stories and the thing's 7 feet tall. Some have red glowing eyes. Some have amber colored eyes. The Michigan Dogman supposedly has blue eyes, according to the myth of the Dogman in Michigan. Like the original story of it, they said he had blue glowing eyes. So yeah, I guess there is different types of Dogman out there. That's pretty wild to think about. Some look like hyenas. You know, I have seen a picture of a Dogman that did kind of look like a hyena in a picture one time online. That makes sense. Yeah, I have seen a crazy looking picture of a Dogman that definitely had a hyena look to it. I think BF stands for big fart, but I could be mistaken, Vlad. But we should ask official Sinista to make sure. BFF stands for big frickin' fart. That's what BFF means. So when all these girls are talking about my BFF, The girls are talking about big frickin' farts. Like, it's really hilarious. Like, good for them, you know? Guys aren't the only ones who toot. Girls toot too! Oh, BF stands for Bigfoot. Oh, yeah. I guess it means that too. Oh, Leslie. Leslie's like, yeah, us girls fart too. God bless you. Bless your dark heart. Oh, man. I'm just trying to think. What else? I'm trying to think. Yeah, Bigfoot's been a pretty popular discussion tonight, which is a first, actually. I don't think we ever really dove into Bigfoot this much on a live stream before. Did talk quite a bit about Dogman as well, but Bigfoot has been a pretty popular subject on tonight's live stream, which is absolutely fine. Just checking out my stuff here, guys. Give me a second. How do you guys like the Confessions of a Forest Ranger? I thought that was cool. He had two different sets of stories, and I narrated both of them. I thought they were quite unique because there was like multiple stories within the same video of the same person. I thought that was really cool. South Carolina Lizard Man? No, I have not. I've done some Lizard Man-like reptilian stories. Usually those involve like the swamps and stuff. Interesting. Yeah, I bet. Forest Rangers, man, I'm telling you, they've seen some... Absolutely, they've seen some stuff. And I'm sure that they're, like, not allowed to talk about it, really. You know, they probably signed some legal forms. I definitely believe that. Because they're out there. They're out there in those woods. They see some stuff. I've always kind of wanted to be a forest ranger. Like, that was kind of something I always wanted to do, but I never quite lived close enough to a national forest to, like, go through the process to get hired to be a forest ranger. I mean, I'm not terribly far from a national forest. I mean, it's a good hour away or more, but I wouldn't want to make that drive for work. That's just too far. I think you have to live close to a national forest. because I think you actually like stay overnight and stuff, kind of like how the firefighters do it. 4 on, 3 off, 3 on, 4 off. You know, they switch it up or whatever. They stay at the forest ranger stations or whatever. They do patrols. They pick up trash, replace toilet paper in the stalls at campsites, collect the money for the camping spots. I mean, they have a lot of responsibilities. Answer people's questions, make sure people are not breaking the law, not starting forest fires, not polluting. I mean, forest rangers, I think they have a lot of responsibility. It's not just about wildlife, like it's other things they got to do, you know, especially with the campsites, you know. I wonder if they're the ones that scrub the toilets too. That would be gross. I would not want to clean those bathrooms at campsites. Ugh. Ugh. I don't think they get paid enough to do that. Some of those bathrooms are nasty. But I tell you what, the nastiest bathrooms in the world are at the beach. The ones that have no doors on the stalls, like they're in those little concrete buildings near the beach. Those are nasty. There's pee and poo everywhere and homeless people everywhere. That's like, those are gross. And the flea markets or swap meet bathrooms. If you guys ever go to the swap meets or flea markets, like their bathrooms are nasty. Gross. And third would be like truck stops. Not so here in Tennessee. They're actually extremely clean. But in California, they're disgusting. The truck stops, ugh. The rest stop places, oh, they're so gross. So gross. There was a forest ranger and my dad knew years back that found a black bear carcass that had its neck broken and was eaten off. Whoa, that's crazy. Like something killed it and started eating it. You gotta be something big to eat a bear. One, you gotta be bigger than the bear. There's only a handful of animals that are carnivores that are bigger than bears. Now, grizzlies and polar bears are much bigger than black bears, but still, I mean, a black bear is not super small. Like, that's still a big beast. So that's interesting. That something actually was eating a bear. Like, I've never heard of that. Under the Department of the Interior. I've never heard of Department of Interior before. When I think interior, I'm thinking about, like, carpet and stuff like that. Hunter safety instructor, I know several. Clayton, I totally believe you. Absolutely. I believe they are forced hush-hush legally. Probably signed, dated. Like, legally, they can't say nothing. Just like people that work for Area 51, they legally cannot say nothing. They probably can't even tell people where they work. Oh, yeah. What do you do? Oh, I work at Area 51. What? You work at Area 51? You seen any aliens? Like, the people that work at Area 51, like, how do they go home at night? And, like, how do they hide their job description from their neighbors, their family, their friends? How do they, like, not say where they work? Like, that's just wild. I always thought that. Like, how do you have your normal job at Area 51 and live without being questioned 24/7? It's one of those mysteries, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. You just never know. The interior of the U.S. Ah, okay. Yeah, I never heard of it that way. That's cool. I've heard of interior design. uh... You don't use public bathrooms? Yeah, I try not to. But an emergency is an emergency, and if you gotta go, you gotta go. Especially if you just got done eating at an all-you-can-eat sushi buffet. Chances are I'll be finding a restroom within the first 30 minutes or else I'm in some serious trouble. Area 51 is a Groom Lake experiment aircraft testing. Groom Lake? I didn't know there was a lake there. Groom Lake experimental aircraft testing base. Yeah. That's right. They got alien saucer ships out there. Oh, yeah. Call Mulder and Scully ASAP. They'll get inside. They probably already have. Know what's really fun? Ask a DNR officer what's the craziest thing they've ever seen on duty and watch their face before they tell you. What's DNR? I don't know what DNR is. Chris Lumen. Hooah. Yes. Truckers see stuff too. Absolutely, Chris. I believe it. Department of National Resources. Man, they got so many titles for this stuff. All these different names for people. It's hard to keep up with all that stuff. Oh, Department of Natural Resources. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Typo there. See it. Got it. Huh. Yeah, and I've never even met a forest ranger. Like, outside of their work, you know? So, I would love to be a forest ranger. But then if I did that, guys, I wouldn't be able to be here to tell you guys scary stories. I would be living the scary stories. And then one day, I may not return to tell my tales. Then you would hear about me on Facebook and on the news. Zach Baby TV was killed by mysterious canine markings on his body. He had multiple deep slash lacerations across his chest. His jugular was torn out. His butt was bruised. Sorry, I had to add that. But yeah, for real. For reals. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now if I was a forest ranger. Two-headed northern pike? Ooh, that's creepy. Yeah, it does make complete sense. It does. Gag orders makes complete sense. Absolutely does. Well, one last shout out to Aced Bridge for the 2 donations of $4.99. If any of you guys are feeling spunky and want to donate to the Dark Force, go right ahead. If you're a mega fan, please do it in ways of PayPal or Cash App, not on here. because they charge me too much on here. But I think I'm going to be wrapping up this live stream here pretty soon. I need to handle some business. Check out my stuff on YouTube here. Make sure everything is rocked and ready to go. And see what I'm going to be working on for tomorrow. Because I got to record another story for tomorrow that's going to be for January 5th. Yep. January 5th, which is a Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Because I've already done January 1st on a Saturday. Then I've already done the 3rd on Monday. And today I finished the 4th on Tuesday. So tomorrow's video that I'm going to be recording and editing will be for Wednesday on January 5th next year, 2022. I'm just rocking it. Just keeping ahead of schedule, keeping the content flowing for you guys. I'm frequently always looking online for more stories. I'm frequently checking my emails for people that submit me stories. I'm kept busy for you. Oh, I know. Military people can be silenced. Absolutely. No doubt about that. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. I think there's a storm heading my way. I think I just heard some thunder outside. Might be a spooky night after all. Oh, notifications on the old phone here. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up this live stream for tonight. I got to handle some business while it's still early. It's exactly 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so officially in 1 hour from now, the Sinister Skinwalker tale is going to be posted on my channel. Make sure you check out that video tonight in T-minus 59 minutes. And thanks for stopping by and hanging out. I really liked our conversations today. A shout out to Ace Bridge for the 2 different donations he did. I liked the topics on the Dogman and the Bigfoot stuff. And we were talking about some Area 51. Talking about some Halloween franchise films. It was a good night. I think we had some fun tonight. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We did some Q&A. Vlad wanted to know if I wanted to be pounded by Bigfoot or just die. God, you got Vlad, man. I'm telling you, he's intense. Absolutely. Intense. Yeah, he's got a special mind for sure. So, Leslie Johnson, shout out to her for picking up the sweater. Looks sweet. And yeah. It was fantastic, Zach. Absolutely, Clayton. Thanks for stopping by. It's definitely a lot of fun. No, I missed it. MPW. Dude, you totally missed it. Totally. But you could go back and listen to it if you want, but it won't be the same as, you know, you won't be able to chime in with comments. Just pick death. I don't know. What happens if... I don't know, officials. Official, what happens if I kind of like it? A boy must live to tell the tale. Yeah, MPW, you're totally late, dude. It's alright, though. We'll do more. Dudette. Dudette. Sorry, dudette. But you know, I heard dude is a universal word. Girls say it, guys say it. Yeah. But I'll say dudette. How about that? Can't tell with your picture. It just looks like a green grass hill with a tree or something. Can't just assume you're a dude, but you're a dudette. Hey, it's all good in the hood. All good in the hood. But yeah, stay tuned for tonight's Sinister Skinwalker story that comes out in 55 minutes. It's going to be spooky. Clayton, thank you. Yes. The guy that made that intro for me did exactly what I wanted to. Like the dogman howling at the beginning, to the dark forest wooden sign that glows, to the ghosts in the forest, to the wendigos that pop up behind the dark forest elf. That was all my idea. And if you look at the book, because it does show the book for a split second, it's called Scary Stories. That was actually the original name for Are You Afraid of the Dark from Nickelodeon. And that chair that the elf is sitting in is the same storyteller's chair from the Midnight Society from Are You Afraid of the Dark? Around the campfire. So, there's some subliminal hidden Easter eggs in that intro for those that pick it up. Yes, MPW. We love it all too. We love it all. But everyone have a great evening. Have a wonderful night. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Thanks to Ace Bridge for the 2 donations. Shout out to Leslie Johnson for picking up a sweater. And shout out to all of you for hanging out and making tonight fun. So we'll probably pick this up next Thursday, I'm assuming. Back on track for Thirsty Thursdays, hopefully. Tell a friend. And have a good night. I'm still here. I'm just reading your guys' comments. You thought I left you, did ya? Yeah. I'm just sitting here snooping, reading your guys' comments. I just muted the mic. Gotcha. I might have scared you too. Maybe I had you jumping out of your boots. But yeah, MPW. I will be safe, thank you. Be sure to spread me like butter. Check out tonight's Sinister Skinwalker tale. Then we got some more cryptids in the woods. We got some more Dogman stories. And we got some humanoid frickin' God knows what for Saturday. Yeah, we got some good stuff coming. Dana, what's up, Dana? Welcome. We're just about to end tonight's live stream. It's been about 2 hours, sister. Sweet, just got back from my brother's wedding rehearsal. Time to get my scare on. That's right, Dana. Get your scare on in 49 minutes with the Sinister Skinwalker tale. Yeah, it's coming out tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But anyways, guys, I'm really logging off this time, so enjoy your night. Thanks for hanging out. Shout out to Ace Bridge and Leslie Johnson, and shout out to all of you. Make sure you share my channel with all your friends and family, your social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you got. Spread me like butter, and have a good night.